Well, United is hosting Southampton at Old Trafford in another phase of the Premier League season. That is match day 26th for Manchester United. And remember, the last game we played away at Anfield, we were beaten by 7-0. But this is the second part of the comeback after passing the first part of the comeback by beating Real Betis by 1-0. I think it was on Thursday, that is yesterday. So here we come with what we call the match preview, United versus Southampton. Erik ten Hag has held his press conference, and some good news: there is a player that is back that we're going to discuss about on whether he's going to be able to make it to the starting 11 of Manchester United. That is on Sunday. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and let's have close to 200 likes on this video, and let's get into this now. All of us were really in a somber mode on Sunday after losing 7-0 to Liverpool, and we couldn't wait for us to play another game, and God granted us a chance to exonerate ourselves in the first phase by beating Real Betis 4-1. Marcus Rashford on the score sheet, Anthony, Bruno Fernandes and Wout Weghorst scoring his first goal at Old Trafford. Now, the main important thing is going back in the Premier League and win. The best thing that's happened to us this season is that Old Trafford has been turned into a fortress. In the Premier League, we last lost a game on the first day of the league. That was, I think, the 7th of August, when we found ourselves being beaten by Brighton by 2-1. And when it was like that, we went ahead to lose to Brentford, and ever since then, changes have been made. Ten Hag has brought in other players, others have been benched, and guess what? We've gone on some winning runs at Old Trafford, and we've beaten Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal. No team has survived at Old Trafford, apart from Newcastle that drew 2-2 and Leeds that drew 2-2 with Manchester United. So it shows you that United is a fortress. And if at all you want to make a very huge comeback in the Premier League after losing to Liverpool, you need to play at Old Trafford. You know how magic happens. I've seen Erik ten Hag coming out and revealing that he was not happy for the games of Leicester City and Leeds because we played badly. We started the games badly and we conceded goals. That's what he talked about. But he has confirmed to us that he knows that the response that the players came up with against Real Betis is really going to be one of those they're going to come up with when we are playing a side called Southampton on Sunday. When you look at Manchester United, we are having some players out. Obviously, the notables, that is this guy, Eriksson, who the manager has hinted about returning after the international break if all goes well. Then Donny van de Beek is one of those that is really not available because he underwent a knee surgery, and we might see him return towards the end of the season or as early as the winter transfer window. And then we are having Antoine Martial. For him, he's back. That is some good news that I was promising, that I was going to let you know about. Antoine Martial is back. Antoine Martial is back. And we all were shocked when Ten Hag told us on, when was it? On Wednesday in the pre-match press conference versus Real Betis that Antoine Martial and Sabitzer are out. Yet we saw photos of Antoine Martial training with the team, meaning that he is fully fit to come back and take part into the game of Sunday. So whether the manager will choose starting him or not, we are waiting to see what his thoughts are really going to be about. Now, for Southampton, they're having Valentino and Joe Lloris. Obviously, so we might see them as absentees in this beautiful game of football. Then the likes of Ward-Prowse is present. Lavia, the boy that plays in the CDM position, is being linked to Manchester United and very many other Premier League clubs, is also available. So that's what the team of United is going to be like. That's what the team of Southampton is going to look like. Obviously, they're having some good players. They're having Lavia, Oribo, Ward-Prowse, free kick specialist. Then they're having Kyle Walker-Peters, Walcott, Alcaraz. You get Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and very many others. So we might see such kind of players coming in through to play. But remember, at the beginning of this season, we played Southampton as our third game. After, I think it was our fourth game. After beating Liverpool at Trafford, then we went our Southampton and won that game by 1-0. That's it. So it was a very hard way. It was a very hard thing to beat them, by the way. But I think this time around, you're having a team that is really ready to go away to host Southampton at Old Trafford and really cause them problems. So Southampton is really one of those teams that are really badly positioned onto the table. When you look at the Premier League table, Southampton is placed 19th. United is placed 3rd. They've played 25 games. They've gone ahead to acquire 21 points. And they've conceded 41 goals. Can you imagine 41 goals? And when you look at the way they've been playing recently, it's really alarming because they shocked Chelsea. Yeah, they shocked Chelsea. They won against Chelsea by 1-0, but Leeds paid a visit to them last weekend and they beat them by 1-0 last weekend, but won. So last weekend they beat Leicester City by 1-0. So it shows you that they are trying to get back to winning ways. And their new manager being announced, you never know, that might really lead to the new manager bounce back. But it always works a lot when you are paying them a visit. But when they are really paying us a visit, it won't work. It won't work. I think we are really going to be having an edge over this team of Southampton. So let's jet a little bit into the predicted starting 11 as we expect the manager to start these players as we take on a team known as Southampton at Old Trafford. That is on Sunday. The game is going to be played at 17 hours. So convert where you are, then you'll see yourselves knowing at what time that game is going to be taking place at Old Trafford. When you look at the system, it's 4-2-3-1. That is the system. Now we are having that system: 4 defenders, 2 midfielders. That is a double pivot. 3 attacking midfielders and 1 center forward. Now, in goal, he made lots of mistakes, but because we have no equivalent to him, he obviously starts in goal. He gave away 2 sloppy passes from his goal line yesterday. That is David De Gea, and I think it's one of those one-offs that you really think he does. That's it. But on the good note, he has won the save of the month. That is David De Gea. And United has seen itself get 3 people winning an award in the same month. David De Gea, save of the month. Rashford, player of the month award for February, meaning the Premier League. Then Erik ten Hag has been voted as the manager for the month of February. And we put out very good performances, beating Crystal Palace, Leeds, Leicester City. Was there another game? I think we played like 4 or 5 games in there for you. And we won and drawn 1. So that is United for you. We never lost any single game. And ever since we came back from the World Cup, no team has collected more points than Manchester United. So David De Gea is expected to start in goal. Now, Dalo Bissaka. Now, I've come to understand that some people don't watch my match previews. People don't know how much I bring Bissaka in ahead of Dalo sometimes. And Dalo, having played very many games, taken off at half-time by Erik ten Hag in the game of Rio Betis, and then brought on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Bissaka really looked sharp and great. I think Bissaka is going to get this position of the right back into the game of Southampton at Old Trafford. Then the left back, Luke Shaw or Malacia. Luke Shaw was taken off around the 70th minute. Malacia was brought on, but I believe he needs that Premier League comeback. After getting a comeback from the Europa League, he needs that Europa League comeback. And I think with this man registering an assist yesterday, with that corner that he really whipped into Bruno Fernandes in the near post, I think he's going to retain his position onto the left back position. Now, let's go to the central defense. I believe with the return of Lindelof Victor, Varane is going to be rested a little bit, and it's going to be Lindelof playing on the right side of the central defense. For the left side of the central defense, I don't expect anything like Maguire. I expect this man to come in through. That is Lisandro Martinez. So my back four that I expect Erik ten Hag to pick on Sunday is Bissaka, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, and Luke Shaw. That is my back four. Then the double pivot with Sabitzer injured. We don't know whether he's going to be back. But let's wait and see the footage coming in from the training sessions, because amongst the questions that Erik ten Hag was asked yesterday after the game, because he did the pre-match press conference of United versus Southampton after the game yesterday, I think the Sabitzer question never came in. So for Sabitzer, he's out. Scott McTominay came on and really played some minutes. He found himself on goal, but the goalkeeper really just saved that ball, and it bounced back to Weghorst, and Weghorst got his first goal at Old Trafford, obviously making it 2 ever since he came in at Old Trafford. That is way with Weghorst. Now, that calls for Casemiro to start in the double pivot alongside his fellow Brazilian mate known as Freddy Rodriguez. So to me, I believe that's going to be the double pivot that Erik ten Hag is going to come up with as United hosts the Saints, that is Southampton at Old Trafford. After that, let's go to the central attack midfield area. This season, Bruno played his best game on Thursday for Manchester United. Even if you wanted to come out and really look for that glitch in his game, you wouldn't get any dark spot. So I think if Atoli can continue like that, to act as a captain, very much composed, not going in for Hollywood passes, not going in for flicks where they're uncalled for, falling down, I think he can become one of the best players in the world, and he has the potential, but he needs to improve on his game. He needs to keep the focus. He needs to keep his focus on the game, and then he will project himself to the next levels that he deserves to be at. And Bruno Fernandes is going to be played as a central attacking midfielder. Now, for the right attacking side, that is the right winger, if I were Erik ten Hag, I would start Pelestri. With the cameo he gave us yesterday in just only 10 minutes that he came on and played, I think this time around he deserves a bigger test. Start him in the Premier League and see what happens. But I don't see Erik ten Hag doing that. I don't see him doing that. I know he's going to come in for this man. Having scored a very beautiful goal yesterday, Ekala, it was a very good bender that has been voted the UEFA Europa Goal of the Week. You get, amongst all the 8 games that we have played, the goal of Anthony has been voted as the goal of the week, the best goal of the entire 8 matches that we have played in the UEFA Europa League on the round of 16. So I know he's going to start him, and he's going to go on and really do the needful and really play there. But he needs to really stop delaying the game. We trust his pace, but when he's in transition, he's really lacking. He holds the team back a lot because of his slowing the game and doing multiple touches around himself. So on the left attacking side of the midfield, it's none other than this man, Marcus Rashford. Even when he doesn't play well, he scores. Yesterday opened up the score sheet of Manchester United and he took his tally to 26. I believe, having won the Premier League player for the month of February, Marcus Rashford just comes out to find himself in a position of getting back to scoring ways. That is Marcus Rashford for you. And I don't see the Premier League really dishing out the Premier League award for the month of March. I think they are going to get April and March and put them together. And I think he can find himself onto that again. Remember, he has won 2 consecutively in January and in February. So he can really launch his urge to get it back again for the month of March and April in the match against Southampton. He comes in and scores a brace. The fire will be on. Looks like the fire is no longer going to stop from Marcus Rashford. Leading the line, Weghorst scoring his first goal at Old Trafford. had very many chances yesterday. I saw someone putting out a tweet that Weghorst is cast. But it's not being cast. It's waiting for the right moment. To me, one thing I like about Wout Weghorst is that he has always been there in the right positions and the balls have not been coming. Now the good thing is that the balls have started coming to him. That means he's getting the chances. And the good thing is that the best game that he got the most number of chances, at least he found himself scoring one, and that is really going to relieve him of the pressure of not scoring goals. As Ten Hag told us that a striker is there to score goals. That's it. So, but Martial is also back. Who do you think Ten Hag is going to start? Martial has not been playing ever since we played against Nottingham in February. All this guy, Wout Weghorst, I think he's starting this guy. He's starting Wout Weghorst. He's going to start Wout Weghorst, and if Martial is coming through, Martial will be really played like 20 or 30 minutes to get some minutes in his legs to prepare for the trip of your Betis away from home. And if at all he plays very well against Southampton for those 30 minutes, maybe he'll start away in Spain against Real Betis. And what's the beauty of having Martial with us? Whenever we are having him, we play very well. So that is my predicted starting 11. So we expect Southampton to come in through and really give us a game. That's it. They're having Adams. Is it Che Adams? He's a very good forward. There is Ward-Prowse, set piece specialist. He has scored very many free kicks this season. And even if he doesn't score, he has a very good right foot that delivers a perfect ball into the 18th box area of Manchester United. So we need to keep an eye on him. Then Lavia, that central defensive midfielder that we've been linked to, I think it's going to be time for him to prove to Erik ten Hag that, please, you have the reason as to why you're looking for me, because I'm good. And that might really lift him up to raise up on the occasion. And such players are told by their agents that this is the game for your life. You're playing against Manchester United. You are being linked to Manchester United. Go on and make the job of Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, and Freddy Rodriguez hard. So we are going to wait and see whether he's going to go ahead and really do that or not. Then Kyle Walker-Peters, that right back, he just makes some good runs off that side. And I think he's going to be facing Marcus Rashford. And Rashford has always sat him down as usual. But we can't guarantee a successful game for Marcus Rashford basing on tomorrow. But we can guarantee that Rashford is going to have a very good game of scoring goals basing on how long he has taken scoring goals at Old Trafford. That is Marcus Rashford for you. So Erik ten Hag needs this win. Remember, if we get this win, we'll be having 52 points. We'll be just six points away from clinching the number of points we really gathered up last season. So it shows you how Ten Hag has gone ahead to change up things at Old Trafford, and everything is going on our way. And I think we're going to beat Southampton, like by 3-0. If they are to score a goal, I think it can be a set piece or a free kick coming in from Ward-Prowse, but not on Sunday for us to lose another second consecutive game in the Premier League. Not on Sunday, and you wouldn't like that to happen to our team on Sunday. So we call upon the players of United to raise up to the occasion. They showed us that they can do the same thing. I also have a feeling that maybe Ten Hag is not going to change his team. He's going to bring the same team that played on Thursday to see to it that they play that game and really prove to the media that they've totally changed and they are willing to fight for the manager. That is Erik ten Hag for you. So my prediction is 3-0 Manchester United over Southampton as we prepare to go out and play the game for the round of the last 16-second leg in Spain against Real Betis. So those are my thoughts about the game of United vs Southampton. But Southampton is not an easy team. If at all it raises up on the occasion, it's a hard team. It's a hard team, but I believe we are going to beat that team of Southampton. And I'm having some stats in here for you. I think I should flash them on the screen. Not so? You deserve to be watching this, guys. You deserve to be watching this. Let me flash them here such that you guys watch them a little bit. So we've been told by Google, after losing back-to-back homely games against Southampton in January 2015-2016, Manchester United are unbeaten in their last 6 games against Southampton at Old Trafford. They've alternated between a victory and a draw each time in that run, drawing 1-1 last season. So the last 6 games, Southampton has not won us at Old Trafford, meaning that we are ready to do the same again. Then we've been told Southampton are winless in their last 14 meetings with Manchester United in all competitions. 7 draws and 7 losses. So since a 1-0 win at Old Trafford in 2016. So they last won at Old Trafford in 2016. Then United have won 36 points from losing positions in the Premier League games against Southampton. No side has won more points from the Premier League against an opponent. Liverpool also has 36 against Newcastle. So it shows you how United has really tried again and again to make life hard for Southampton and torment them. Then United lost 7-0 at Liverpool last time out in the Premier League and haven't lost consecutive league games since May and August last year, 4 in a row. Their 7 goals conceded in that defeat was just 1 fewer than they shipped in their last 10 previous games. So in the last 8 Premier League games, in the last 10 Premier League games, we had conceded 7 goals, and we just found ourselves conceding 7 in one single game against Liverpool, one of the games that was really badly played. Southampton have won 2 of their 3 Premier League games under Ruben Selles, as many as they had in the previous 17 under Ralph Hasenhuttl and Nathan Jones. So it shows you that a team is really trying to come in through and really build and put up resistance, but I think the resistance won't help them because we are a team that wants to win. And you never know, when we keep winning, what God is going to put on our table. You know, when you put yourself in a position of luck, when luck comes, you are considered fast. So let's continue winning because I want us to hit like 80 points plus. We are left with 13 games to go. Those are 39 points. 39 points, if at all we can get like, out of 39, when you get 30, that will be 79. So I think we can click 80 points this season. That's it, and I believe it. I see it happening to this team of Manchester United. So guys, your reactions to Man United vs Southampton match preview are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates, and may the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I think I'm going to return back with a live and see what we are going to be discussing. Good night, good evening. I'm out.